Hello. What's ranked down today? Actually, Lady and Virgil are ranked down today. Alright, let's do this. Sometimes all the fun weapons are ranked down, and I just, like, don't do this for the day. I don't know how much of a damage deficit it is, but it's whatever. Doing this again, huh? Random lag. Really annoying. This game has some really weird design decisions. Mostly related to the projectile spam. The projectile spam is terrible in this game. It's about as bad as Avengers and how unfair it is. Yeah, I'm sure as they add more movesets, it'll be less restrictive, but it definitely is now. Especially when you consider that Virgil is a cash character. I mean, you can get him for free, but to be honest, the rates are so low. I think if you hadn't spent any money on this since release, and you only spent your earned currency on Virgil, maybe you could get him from Pity. Maybe. But the Pity items are also random, so I think they're random. Alright, let's do, what's it called? Peak Trial? Let's do that too. game feels pretty good to play. There's definitely some jank with it, but I mean, for a mobile game, this game is really pushing, really raising the bar. The bar is, I think, is really high now that this game is out in full release. Like, if you're gonna make an action game on mobile, it has to be like even remotely as good as this for anybody to really care. This game's got its flaws and its unfair stuff, but the foundation of the game, it is very much DMC combat, how it's balanced, how the character feels to control. These guys definitely did their homework, it's just certain things they kind of ignored. You could tell they were asleep in class during some things. Like the off-screen projectile spam being very unfair, and the jank on the human boss. The overlapping inputs and stuff, like, those things are problems, but those are all things that can be ironed out in time. I have faith that they will. Even with all the jank, this game is really solid. I mean, the jank in this game is still better than jank in other games. Yeah, you have to think of it that way. It's got its fair share of jank that would not make it into like a mainline DMC game, but it's still better than most things, especially action service games. Kind of hard to beat this. Very hard. Okay, so let me check what these are again. Can unlock a new talent today. No, the jank's mostly just noticeable if you've actually played the older games. Maybe they're like, we'll fix this later because most people playing this have not played the original. Damage reduction and mana gain. Huh. I'm gonna go with mana gain. Oh wow, I've got a lot of these. Cool. Hold on a second. Let's see what Virgil's got. Maybe I can balance him out a little bit more. You know, damage reduction is probably really good on him. Because he can't DT. It's only 3% though. That's like nothing. I'm just gonna give him this. When he uses his super moves, he'll get healing back. Yeah, let's just pump all those into Dante for now. This seems like the best thing to get, because if you're at triple S rank on style, I'm doing like almost 20% extra damage, which, as you saw there, the bosses are melting. Alright. Well, he's pretty decked out now. Man, you really get crap rewards for this. You don't even get, you don't even get the weapons, you just get skins. Only good thing in here is 300 crystals. Junk. This game can be pretty stingy with rewards sometimes. You know what, I'm gonna buy this really quick. I'm gonna buy this. Hold on, I need to do it on the phone. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that. Oh, about weekly pass. I think there's an update tomorrow too. I wonder what they're gonna add. I think there's gonna be a new Virgil weapon. Seems like it anyway. Alright, time to get nothing. Well, I got some rocks. Nothing. Nothing. Oh. Closer to pity at least. Let's see, what do I feel like doing now? I think I finished on here. I haven't wanted to cash on this game at all because you just can't play it. Like, no, don't go on another server. Damn it. Why does it keep asking? You should just know what server I'm on. It's really obnoxious. Oh, I have some fatigue on here. Let's run through this. I have like 5 minutes of gameplay today. Right, you guys ready for 5 minutes of this game? 30 stamina every time you do this, and the max cap is 160, so you really only get 5 runs. There's 1 run.
私の力はどう？存分に楽しいの？
Hey, I got a 6-star. Nice.
「私を見た者は深淵に消えるのよ。弱い。ご命令を。遅い。
There's 2 runs. This is thrilling.
存分に楽しいの。
I'm really surprised they don't let you just buy lots of stamina. That was one thing I really did like about KOF All-Star, was you could stack so much stamina. You could pretty much just finish events like the same day. On here it's like you need to log on like twice a day pretty much.
弱い。ご命令。それは隠れているつもりですか。今回も完璧な車線でした。私を見た者は深淵に消えるのよ。遅い。私も行きます。ご命令。深淵に飲み込まれろ。私の力はどう？ 存分に楽しいの。
Oh, another one. Oh yeah, nice. Good luck. Good luck on this game. Bad luck on DMC.
私を見た者は深淵に消えるのよ。 遅い。ご命令。深淵に飲み込まれろ。私も行きます。今回も完璧な車線でした。
That's the end of this game. So actually, is there a weekly reset? Oh, there is, huh? Alright, well, get a little bit more gameplay. We got, Warzone reset.
私を見た者は深淵に消えるのよ。深淵に飲み込まれろ。
諦めた方が賢明です。
目標補足。
諦めた方が賢明です。僕が計算した弾道から逃げられる。
私も行けます。私を見た者は深淵に消えるのよ。私の力はどう？存分に楽しいの。
How am I doing? I'm alright.
私を見た者は深淵に消え
Trying
る
to
の
raise
よ。
some funds.
弱い。
Mostly just having fun today.
遅い。
諦めた方が賢明です。
目標補足。私も行けます。大丈夫です。
今回も完璧な車線でした。
Yeah, cats are very, they can be assholes. They know what our attention is drawn to, so they like to get in the way. They all start swarming around me over at work, around like 9 o'clock.
消えるのよ。
If I'm like streaming over there or I'm just like gaming or watching something, they all just kind of appear. Because they know it's almost time to eat, so they need to remind me, like I forget. Humans need constant reminders of when their kitties need to eat.
僕が計算した弾道から逃げられるものなどいません。それは隠れているつもりですか。
目標補足。私も行けます。私を見た者は深淵に消えるのよ。深淵の豪華で全て終わらせてあげる。少し興味が出てきたわ。
諦めた方が賢明です。
私も行けます。私を見た者は遅い。深淵にの弱い。
What killed me? Damn it. Reset.
「私を見た者は深淵に消えるのよ。弱い。私も行けます。
僕が計算した弾道、諦めた方が賢明。
目標補足。
諦めた方が賢明です。
弱い。
ご命令を。
深淵の豪華で全て終わらせてあげる。
めた方が賢明です。
私も行きます。
あなたたちの結末はただ一つです。
目標補足。私を見た者遅い。
ご命令を。
弱い。深淵の豪華で全て終わらせてあげる。
Good run.
私の力はどう？存分に楽しいの？
Okay, that's done for today. Let's do the pain cage. Sounds like a wrestling kind of thing. The pain cage. Yeah, it really does sound like some kind of wrestling thing. I never watched wrestling growing up. Never really watched it at all, but it definitely does sound like a wrestling thing. Pain cage. I got something.
おはようございます。指揮官。
You again?
地球を取りも
Deep troll. That's fine though. Alright, well, that's it for this. That was what, like 10 minutes of gameplay? I really enjoy playing that game, but man, it's such a buzzkill. You just can't, like, play it for long. I guess that's how they balance how free-to-play friendly the game is, but it sucks. It's not really a game you can sit down and play. It's more like you play it during like a lunch break or something. I haven't really even been streaming that game. I've kind of just been... When I'm over at my neighbor's house, I just play for 10 minutes. So it's like not even really worth streaming. There's just like, you can't play it for long. By the way, I'm still done with this game. I'm just redeeming the rewards. There's a reward for rubies. I'm gonna grab in case I ever do come back, which I probably won't. I pretty much am just done with this game, but we'll see. PGR doesn't cost me any time or money. That's the thing about that game. It's not time consuming, and I don't want to spend money on it because I can barely play it. I could come back to this game and still have time for it. It's just I kind of just lost interest. It's kind of got the same problem Avengers has. They keep adding stuff, but you know nothing in the game really requires it. So that's kind of the... Actually, it has the same problem as Avengers. This game really is a lot like Avengers, where they add stuff to it, but it's not the right things. It's the new characters they've added just completely destroy the endgame with, like, no effort. And they haven't really added anything that warrants all these characters, so it's like, I can't spend money on this game anymore. There's no real reason to. Because you spend money on one, and then And then they put out more broken ones. Plus, I don't like the Dead or Alive characters anyway. I'm not really attached to that series. I wasn't about to go spend cash on some generic anime girls. I think there's another code, actually. Well, they didn't even add the cool DOA characters. There's no Hayabusa, there's no Zack, there's no Ain. None of those cool characters. It's just shit like Marie Rose and Hanoka. Fuck that, man. I wouldn't have quit this game if they had Hayabusa. No fucking Hayabusa. Just the chicks wearing barely any clothes. That's their idea of a good collaboration. I would have spent money on Hayabusa, but a bunch of the generic ass characters, no. Hard pass. I actually just want to see how this game runs, and then I'm gonna continue not playing it. I want to see how this runs on the emulator. I wonder if it's gotten any better. It was pretty good before, but then the emulator stopped working. That runs pretty good. If I ever did come back, I probably would play it on here. This game just got really boring. I just stopped having fun playing it. I thought that PGR would be a good replacement, but the stamina is so restrictive in that game. You can't really play it for long. I barely even remember how to play this. I haven't touched this game in a long time. I quit when what's it called? The Dead or Alive collaboration came out. I guess I'll just log on to get rubies. So I don't have to actually play the game. Never finished this challenge. Oh well. Yeah, I don't think I'm really gonna ever go back to that game. I think my time with that game is over. I really wanted this game to replace KOF, but it just doesn't, because you can't play it. They really limit how much you can play. An excessive amount. It gets pretty frustrating at times. But I like playing this game a lot more than KOF. KOF, I mean, it kept me occupied for like 2 years. I can't hate it for that, but I just don't really enjoy playing it anymore. At the same time, I could use another service game that I can actually play for like more than 10 minutes. PGR is not really filling that role at all right now. I liked playing this, but this game is deceptively pay to win. It's actually very pay to win. It looks like it's free-to-play friendly, but then it's actually not. Because pretty much almost all the S-rank characters are in separate banners and they rotate. And the rates are terrible. You would have to save up for like months to even get a chance of getting one. Also, the server was very laggy. It was like unplayably laggy all the time. And I got really sick of it, so I quit this one too. I really haven't been able to find a good replacement for KOF besides DMC. That's really the only one that's really replaced that game for me. PGR I love playing, it's just that there's no content right now, and the stamina is really restrictive. This game was fun too, but the netcode, the lag, and how pay to win it was. It does a good job at hiding how pay to win it is. It does an excellent job of hiding it, I'll give it that. But I caught on too fast. And I would be more inclined to spend the money to get those characters if the game wasn't so damn laggy. Like, sometimes you can't even, like, load into the menu. It takes, like, 2 minutes. I had fun with this game for a while. Luckily, I noticed how pay to win it was before it was too late. This game does a pretty good job of hiding it. It seems like it's really, really friendly, but it's not. It's cosplaying as a free-to-play game. Free-to-play friendly. Like, look at this right here. This is the premium. This is the premium, the summon, the boxes. But there's only three S-rank characters in here. And there's no pity for them, meaning that... See right here, it says, after you do seven attempts, that you'll get an officer. But the rate is really bad. You're never gonna get these guys. You would have to keep doing it endlessly to get them. And then also, you're gonna get these guys more often than not. I have all of these guys already, because it just keeps giving me to them. But then if you look here, the way they hide it is... You look at the roster, there's all these S ranks down here. The only way you can get these is through timed events. And the timed events are ridiculously expensive. You would have to spend a lot of money. So if you only do this, you're only going to get 3 out of, like, multiple S ranks. And all the other ones are... Let's see, where's the new one? They have Yan Liang up right now, right? This isn't even enough to unlock him, by the way. This isn't even pity. You need a lot of those coupons to get him. No, the only way you're gonna do this is to spend money. Or save up for months. Those are your 2 choices. And they rotate out too, so you don't even really get much control over it. Yeah, this game is deceptively pay to win. It's a shame. The gameplay's decent. I mean, it's not great, but I played worse. But it likes to hide how pay to win it is. And I would put up with that. I liked the game enough that I would have considered maybe cashing on that game more, but the netcode is horrible, and it really dampens the fun. At least with PGR, I could only play that game for like maybe a total of like 30 minutes a day, but I don't have to put up with bad netcode. I can play it at my own pace, at my own time, and they're very clear. If you save up your currency, you can get most stuff for free. Yeah, Knights of Valor was disappointing. I mean, I'm glad it kept me occupied during this kind of dry period, but it really is pay to win. They just do a better job at hiding it than you think. That's actually a good thing when you think about it, is they get people to spend money, but eventually you realize that you're probably never going to get any of those S rank characters unless you spend money. The lag is really bad too. The lag is horrendous. Yeah, the character designs are nice. I like the character designs. Yeah, the PS4 Knights of Valor was better. It had better combat, but it was also pretty pay to win. They started adding more pay to win stuff towards the end. But I mean, the game functioned. You could actually play that game online, and it wasn't the netcode actually could handle it. So I put up with it. But the writing was on the wall. They stopped updating the game for like months, and I played enough service games to know that when that happens, that's when you should stop playing. When they haven't updated the game for like months at all they've been doing is just maintenance. Well, actually, the term for it in the online game community is maintenance mode. Been something they take the server down to like restart it, but they don't add any content. That's what happened with that game. I got kind of disillusioned with all the RNG and stuff, but then they stopped updating the game. It went like months without getting updated, which is a telltale sign that it was going to shut down. And lo and behold, it did. That game had better combat than the mobile one. You could grind up the characters too. It actually was the monetization was a little bit better. They were pretty upfront. It's like, hey, you can pay to get these characters. You can pay and buy the package, which actually was nice when you think about it. You could pay a flat rate to get the characters in that game. I don't remember how much money it was. It's been a couple years, but compared to like your average service game, that has like unlockable characters, it was pretty fair. They gave you like a good weapon. I think they gave you some gear too. Like there wasn't any gambling on the characters. The gambling was on the other stuff they added. They added those summons like late in the lifespan. They added those summons, and those were really greedy. I kind of wish that game would come back. It was better than the mobile one. The mobile one just has the problem of being too pay to win and really shit netcode. And those two things they really bog it down. I'm not talking about the online netcode in that game, just when you play solo. When you play solo, it still connects to a server, and the server's all the way in, like, Hong Kong or something. It's over in, like, Southeast Asia, I think, so... If you're over here, you're a foreigner playing that game, it's unplayable. It takes, like... Sometimes it takes, like, a full second to respond to your inputs. It's a mess. At least in, like, Punishing Gray Raven, the co-op is just as bad there, but the co-op's mostly just for free players, because you can get gear from it for free. Which is actually really damn cool. It's just the co-op is not fun to play, because the game is very skill-based. You actually have to dodge attacks and stuff. You can't just stand there and tank things in endgame content. But it stops being fun when your character can't dodge in time because the game eats your inputs, or it responds to it too slow. But like I said, the co-op in that game is a very minimal part of it. Knights of Valor, it's a lot of the game modes have forced online. That was the other reason why I stopped playing it. I'll be right back.
I have eyes on Black Panther.
Oh, over here! Nothing this time? Say, Avenger.
I can't believe how fast
Must be fun going outside. I have gear for that. Not like I'll ever use it. displeased you. I apologize. I can do better.
Oh my god, hi. Really? Nothing? No.
Inhabited by various spider and lizard species. I could acquire samples if you would like.
Great load times. I strongly estimate that half of the time I've been playing this game has been waiting for it to load. I'm almost positive. This game's load times are something else,
What
that's
could
for
I
sure.
possibly do for the Black Panther?
Like, it's hard to find a game that loads more than this does.
I will have to let Shuri know that was your choice.
They even said that the characters can't run faster because of the last gen consoles. It's like, well, you should not have released this on there. You should have just waited. I hear the PS5 version of this game is actually like legit good. There's like no load times, and the performance is more stable than it is on PC because it's better optimized. It just makes you wonder, like, why didn't they? Well, I mean, obviously the reason is because they're trying to make their money back. This game probably cost a ton to make. It still, it doesn't make much sense, though. That's like the biggest complaint about this game is
Oh,
how badly it runs.
I think you will be pleased with that.
Whatever you need.
Boss,
I don't feel like playing this right now. Just wanted to check that out. I don't think the weekly reset. I don't see it in here anyway. I'm sure as hell not doing another 90-minute Hive dungeon and getting nothing. At least when I play like Pinnacle of Combat and stuff, I get nothing a lot faster. Here in this game, it's like slow and painful. You get nothing. It takes like an hour and a half. Yeah, I don't feel like playing this right now. Wonder how, what's their player base at right now? It's already gone down a lot. Because spoilers, that update did not fix the problems with the game at all. It did add an awesome new character, and he's really well designed. He's very fun to play. But once you beat the campaign and you max him out, you realize there's still nothing to do. So you kind of just go back to not playing the game. I really don't think they're ever going to be able to fix that game until they fix the service game part of it. You can tell like they put so much effort into the campaign, and then like everything that's came after that, it just feels so half finished. Like, why would I buy all those $15 skins if there's nothing to do? Like, at least, you know, PGR has that same problem too right now. They started the global version with like none of the original version's content. But the thing about that game that helps between content drops is that you need more that you can't get through with like 3 broken characters like you can in KOF All-Star. In KOF All-Star, you know, if you're starting like a brand new account, especially right now with all the power creep, if you make like maybe like six good characters, and you can just plow through the entirety of the story, and there's no reason to really use anybody else until you get to the bottom of the end game. So PGR has that going for it, you know, even though it's been like 2 months now and they really haven't added any content. You know, you're still like building up your characters, you're getting them ready for other things. And the game it's built in a way where you can't clear all the content with just like a couple characters. You need a number of teams because they limit how much you can use them. So that indirectly helps quite a bit. Even if you don't really have anything new to do, you're still working towards the goal of having like more teams and stuff to use. But Avengers does not really have that. They tried to add that with the last Avenger standing thing, where if your character dies, then the other one comes in. But the problem with that is that you really only want the gear for that one character. So if they die, you're better off just resetting. And the drop rate is so bad that it's not worth the time at all. There's most people that have not completely uninstalled and rage quit that game. They have like maxed out resources, so there's really nothing to gain from it. I find it weird. That's such an easy thing to fix too. Like, just make more interesting loot and make it so that you can play the game and make like meaningful progress every day you play it. Right now it feels like you just play it like once or twice a week and everything else is pointless. And they added like they actually did add an end game raid, but the rewards are bad, so people don't do it. It's like, how do you screw up basic stuff like that? I mean, I've played my fair share of games that have like also have drip feed content schedules like that does, but you know, generally you at least have something to grind for. You know, if you like the core gameplay, you can still log on every day and feel satisfied and feel like you're making some progress. In Avengers, it just doesn't feel like that. It feels like you just play for the sake of playing, or you like the combat, but like progress-wise, nothing's really happening. You're just doing the same thing you've been doing. It's a shame. I think the combat in that game is pretty fun. It definitely needs a lot of balancing, but in moment to moment, it's actually quite satisfying to play. You have a lot of moves and stuff. We'll see though. They keep saying they're going to fix the loot, and they never do. So I don't really have any faith at this point. We'll have to find another service game to play.
Devil may cry. Now you go to hell. Go to hell. Now go to hell. Go to hell. Get down. Now you suck. Regular silence. Now go to hell. Regular lights out. Blast. Go to hell. Now you suck. Wreck. Now you die. Good night. Beat. Now you go to hell. Get down. Now. Get down. Go to hell. Wreck.
I think I'm done for now. I'm actually gonna work on the DMC anniversary video right now. That seems like a good use of my time. So I'm gonna work on that. I might do a kitty sitting stream tonight, but I kind of already finished all my service game stuff. So, actually, I haven't done Bloody Palace yet. I might do some of that and then finish the rest of that tonight. That seems like a good plan. I will see you guys later.